Hi everyone. In today's video, I'd like to briefly discuss what's meditation really. So I'm going to share what I have gathered while learning about various techniques that we use, and mostly we call everything meditation, which is not true. So what I've figured out is that not everything is meditation. What is meditation really, and what are the other techniques that we use then? Let me introduce you to two topics other than meditation, and there are very many of them. But two key techniques that we use are visualization and contemplation, and then I'll discuss meditation. I've put a quick summary and differences between visualization, contemplation, and meditation that you can see on the slide. Now, all the three, visualization, contemplation, and meditation, are distinct, but they are interconnected practices that engage our mind in very many ways. To start with, let's see what's visualization. We can define it as a practice of creating mental images or scenarios to achieve some specific outcome, or let's say to develop a skill. Example, you're playing really well basketball, a scene, a visualization where you are achieving, you are winning a game, right? So that's a visualization technique. You're manifesting some goal. So here the idea is to use your powerful imagination to picture some desired outcomes as if they have happened. Details of those outcomes after you have manifested, whatever you want. Some sort of a mental rehearsal it is, I would say. So the purpose is to often to attain a goal or to heal yourself. Let's say you have some health issues. You can visualize yourself to be fully healed. Feel as if you are in that scenario where you feel very, very healthy. Or you can use it to solve some problems that you're facing. Athletes mentally rehearse their performance, and sometimes as healers, I know many of the healers visualize energy flowing through their body to patient's body, and that's a very, very powerful imagination technique that we can use. And these are all visualization techniques. What is contemplation? Contemplation, by definition, is deep reflective practice of focusing a thought on a concept, or you can focus on a scripture to understand its deep layers of meaning, or on a philosophical idea if you want to gain some insight. Now, here you're thinking deeply, you are reflecting deeply, essentially. What you are doing is you are engaging your intellect and your intuition into deeply to explore the meaning and truth of whatever you are contemplating on. What's the purpose? As I said, it's used largely for self-inquiry, for gaining wisdom, to get some realizations, epiphanies. So to give you an example, let's say you're reflecting on a meaning of a spiritual verse. You're pondering, let's say, on the nature of existence, on nature of reality, and many theoretical physicists too, right? And at the end of it, very many of them have epiphanies that results in great discoveries. Yeah, so that's what how powerful contemplation as a technique is. You like some concept and you contemplate on that, and people write poems on it. Sometimes based on what comes into your mind, you convert that into a piece of art. You're an artist, so you can paint them. Now, coming to meditation, what is meditation? Now, here, the focus is to actually let go of active thinking. Remember, both visualization and contemplation, in those techniques, we engage in active thinking. Whereas in meditation, you want to let go of active thinking. And to do that, we use, let's say, breath, a mantra like Om, or awareness generally, to transcend the generic activities of your mind and to get into that deep state of meditation. Now, this understanding is very essential because whenever we engage in what we call guided meditation, often what we end up doing is a guided relaxation or a guided visualization or a guided contemplation. Let's say you're focusing on a part of your body, relaxing, where you are engaging in visualization, visualizing that, that part of the body relaxing. So it is visualization, not really meditation. And it's equally powerful. Let's say you are thinking of something to manifest something that you desire. You're focusing on the outcome as if it's already happened in your life. Here, you may be using the two powerful techniques of both visualization and contemplation. So, everything is not meditation. We use that word very, very loosely. In meditation, the aim is to calm your mind initially. Therefore, what we don't want are those very many mental activities, especially thought processes going on. And at some point, let's say at a very starting stage of meditation, what you do want to do is develop um, a single pointed awareness, or you can say focus. So you want to expand your consciousness. You want to reduce your mental fluctuations by observing your thoughts without attaching, without engaging in the thought itself, which means thinking. You just observe the thoughts. Now that can be difficult, but that's what some people do initially. Where you say your meditation, you maybe that's an initial step. What you're doing is actually watching your thoughts. Okay. But that can be a good first step towards detaching from your thoughts by just watching your thoughts. That can be a very good first step of going towards moving towards the state of meditation, but that is not meditation in itself. You are increasing your awareness. You are detaching yourself. You are not thinking. You are observing your thoughts. The next thing people do is practice deep concentration or awareness or mindfulness by cultivating more inner stillness or higher states of consciousness. And one of the techniques that we can use is to focus your mind's attention on an object, let's say breathing, yeah, a mantra or a flame. People stare at a candle flame or some lamp or an image that you like. It could be a god, an image of your deity, something like that, anything, any visual representation of whatever you believe in. And those can be used as objects to focus on. And these are very good practices to improve your focus and that one pointedness. Still, you see, there is duality. There is you who is observing an object, and you are there as an observer, right? So, even here, we are talking about being in a state of duality. The other method you can use as you progress developing that focus is a slight alteration of what I just shared, or rather an improvisation of the first one, where concentration on an object, where I suggested that you direct your attention towards, is not really an external object, but your inner self, where you watch yourself. Yeah, earlier I was talking about you watching your thoughts. Then I suggested watching an object outside of you. Here, you watch yourself. So there is often a me in me who watches me. Yeah, that's what I mean here. So here you are the observer and you are the object being observed. It is more of an attention towards self. That's the second thing that you can do once you master uh, the active focused observation of an object outside of you. Then perhaps you can consider observing yourself, directing your observation towards the inner self. So you watch yourself speaking, you watch yourself driving, you watch yourself chopping a vegetable. So there is a bit of detachment. You're not fully involved in thinking. There is a watcher, me, observing the doer me. Now, that is another aspect of walking closer to the present. and closer towards the state of meditation. So, what I'm coming towards emphasizing is that meditation in itself is not an activity, it is a state of being. You cannot do meditation. When you stop doing, like concentrating, or when you stop thinking, when you stop watching, when you stop observing, then that's when you are really in a state of silence with nothing. When the attention is neither on an object outside of you or on you yourself, nor does this, subside inwards, then meditation happens. So you don't really do meditation, meditation happens. My guru defines, meditation like that meditation happens. You don't do it. And many of her disciples, including me, for us, it's a profound understanding of what meditation really is. So you are just being yourself in that state of being. Meditation, therefore, is simply being and not doing anything. There is nothing to do there. Simply being is the essence of meditation. That is what people refer to as the I amness, which is in a state of being I am. So you might wonder, is it very easy to be in that state of meditation? Is it easy to simply be? Well, I would say for many of us, including me, we are somewhere in that stage one where, or toggling between stage one and stage two, where if I speak for myself, I've been practicing observing an object to develop that one pointedness, to develop focus, to develop awareness. And then I've been practicing observing myself, the watcher me, observing the doer me. And of course, thoughts come, and then you observe your thoughts. And to reach that state of simply be, that's the ultimate state. So I wonder how many of the human beings on earth have really reached that state, other than those masters who have walked this earth, talking about the ascended masters or great gurus or yogis who still do live on earth. Only, I think only those people would have attained that state of being. I would say when we have a lot of monkey chatter going on in our head, we can get started with practicing that one pointed awareness. And in Yoga Sutras, there are very many steps recommended. And in the Samyama path, the most popular ones are Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. So the first step of Dharana is where as I shared earlier, where you practice focusing your mind on a single object or a point or a picture or a thought or a mantra. And the next step is to cultivate and train the mind to be in that state of sustained, effortless concentration, where your mind is absorbed in the object of focus uninterruptedly for a very long time, is called dhyana. Eventually, it becomes a state of being, a state in which the individual merges with his or her point of focus and transcends the self altogether. That's samadhi. The observer, the observed, and the act of observing becomes one. And in that state, meditation happens. So in this short video, I have clarified the various activities that we do, and calling everything meditation in its truest sense and its purest meaning is incorrect. So with that, I would like to wish all of us all the very best who are on this path of attaining the state of bliss, being in the state of meditation. Thank you.